Let's talk about the Tourism Sarnia-Lambton agreement. Yesterday, Council directed staff to negotiate a new financial accountability agreement with TSL, but there was a lot of confusion as to how this agreement should be amended. I found, or at least a lot of discussion. In your opinion, what are some of the areas of improvement that should be looked at with the new agreement as we move forward?
I had thrown out in the media last week about I thought there should be just a 1 year extension. It was referred to yesterday, but it wasn't really in the motion. I see this open-ended. They're going through the search for a new executive director. I thought we should wait a year, see how they do, and to put context to the viewers. The tax that we have on hotel rooms and Airbnbs in Sarnia and Point Edward particularly, and Lambton Shores, it's generating a lot of revenue. So we're looking at how that money should be split, and should we set up our own tourism department? Because we already have an economic development department with Kelly Provo. So that is one of the options down the road if we feel that we're not getting value for money, and that's why I wanted to give Tourism Sarnia-Lambton a year to readjust to their future direction and then make a judgment. That'll probably happen anyhow, just knowing the mechanics. But my sense is if we got to the point where we're just not thinking we're getting value for money, then we could look at doing our own operation out of Sarnia City Hall with the dedicated tax money from the hotel tax. And that's where it's at. And I think we're moving it forward. It's a tough discussion because tourism is a very hard thing to measure. And that's been part of the challenge in the past. Economic development, you can look at jobs, how many jobs created and all that. Tourism is a bit more illusionary, trying to track that down and what is created by the agency versus what it just happens naturally. And I give a good example years ago with Bayfest. The Bayfest, 20,000 people into downtown Sarnia from all over, both sides of the border. That was generated by the promoters, the Stokeleys. And TSL had a role to play, but they were just marketing it. So that whole debate needs to take place. And also we need someone in the tourism development business to look at helping developers bring about more than 1 day attractions to bring people into Sarnia-Lambton. And that's right across the county. That was supposed to happen about a decade ago. It didn't. So I think there's a chance there to say, okay, how would we bring about investment here that would bring people here for more than a day? And I'm hoping that'll be one of the outcomes of this discussion.